Welcome back to Circle Time Club. I'm Teacher Mariah and I'm here with my special friend. Do you remember why I brought her into this week? Well, it had something to do with the theme of the week. Do you remember what it was? Let's begin.
Hello, welcome. This is the hello song. This is the hello song. I'm sitting on her hat. This is the hello song. It's a new day, and it's a surprise in every new corner. So I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, kids, our song of the week is called Skidamarink, and here's how it goes. Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo, I love you. Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo, I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo, I love you. I put my hands together. This is where I start. I curve my fingers right around, and now I have a heart. Hello, friends. It's time for us to update our theme board with our new sentence cards. But before we do that, let's talk some more about hearts. And you know what? When I thought about hearts, it really got me to thinking. Got me to thinking about what animal has the biggest heart and what animal has the smallest heart in the world. And so it led me down a research path. I love to research. Do you like to find things out too? Well, when I did some research and found out about biggest and smallest hearts, this is what I found out. First of all, the biggest heart belongs to, well, let's guess it. What animal do you think might have the biggest heart? Well, if you guessed the elephant, you'd be close, but that's not it. It's actually the blue whale. Now, the blue whale, I'm going to put a picture of it. Now, this picture is an artist's rendering because it is hard to get pictures of blue whales in the ocean. Mostly scientific organizations have those photos, which you don't have access to. But this is what it basically looks like. And to give you a sense of just how big it is, this next picture of a blue whale is the skeleton of it that's hung in the Natural History Museum in London. And you can see underneath the skeleton some people walking around to give you sort of an idea of just how big that blue whale is compared to people. Now, speaking of its heart, the heart of that blue whale is also big, and it is, believe it or not, 440 pounds. Whoa, that's really big. As a matter of fact, that means it's actually 5 feet long, and 5 feet long is, basically longer than that. So that heart is really big. Now, what do you think has the smallest heart of all the mammals? What's got the smallest heart? Well, I just found out today that the smallest heart belongs to the smallest mammal on Earth, and that is the Etruscan shrew, believe it or not. Now, here is a picture of the Etruscan shrew. Now, that little shrew is about an inch to an inch and a half long, and I wasn't able to find out exactly how big the actual heart is, but if you can imagine an inch and a half long would be about that big, so the heart must be even smaller. Now, the cool thing I found out about that heart, though, on that Etruscan shrew, is that it beats 25 times per second. Whoa, that's a really fast beating heart. Now, that's so cool, so fun to do research. Now, before we have to finish our theme board, right, guys? So let's go back to our sentence cards now. So the last time that we got together, we saw this sentence card and it says the card has a heart on it. We're going to put that down. And we had lily pads are shaped like a heart. Now some leaves are also heart-shaped. So if you get an opportunity to look at some leaves, check it out because some of them are heart shapes. All right, now let's give ourselves some new sentence cards to freshen up our board. Here is our first one. A heart means love. So it is a symbol, and usually when you see a heart, it usually refers to love. Like sometimes you could write, I heart you, and it means I love you. So let's put that there. And our next sentence cards is, the girls are holding hearts. And there you have it. Our theme board is updated. Great job, guys. Now it's time for our wake up warm up, so meet me at the desk. Wake up warm up. Yesterday we read the letter J book. Do you know what letter comes after J? That's right, it's K. And for today's warm up, we're going to read Kylie the Kite Has Had It. Now when I read this story, I want you to listen for the letter K sound. And K says K, like the C. It also says K. So listen for that sound. My A to Z Books presents the letter K kite in Kylie the Kite Has Had It. Kylie the Kite was key to keeping the Karate Kids entertained. But one day, a cruel and kooky kid kicked her while practicing Kung Fu. Oops, I wasn't being very careful, sorry. Why, that little knave. Then another two kids spilled ketchup and kerosene on her while setting up camp. To my knowledge, this is not good. These kindergartners are kind of concerning me, thought Kylie. My kinfolk know the king, she considered. Maybe he can do something to keep me away from these klutzes. Knowing Kylie the Kite had a knack for creating kangaroo snack kits, the king reassigned her to the kitchen at the zoo, and that made her quite happy. The end. Now you can print this book in black and white and trace the letters, and it's available in your curriculum library. Let's review our shapes flashcards, kids. Triangle, oval, crescent, rectangle, star, hexagon, octagon, pentagon, trapezoid, diamond, heart, square, circle. Great job, guys. Let's review our numbers flashcards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job, guys. Now you can print these out in your curriculum library and even color in the circles. Great job on your warm-ups today, kids. Now it's time to cozy up because Teacher Ashley is going to read us a story.
Today's book is The Day It Rained Hearts by Felicia Bond. One day, it started raining hearts. And Cornelia Augusta caught one. She caught another. And another. It wasn't very hard, so she caught some more. It must be getting close to Valentine's Day, she thought. And she set to work making valentines. The hearts she caught would make perfect cards. Cornelia Augusta saw that all of her hearts were different. She looked at each one from the front and the back and the side and decided which ones would be just right for each of her friends. She found 7 that were more or less alike and strung them together with a needle and thread. I know just the right person for this one, she thought. Then Cornelia Augusta took an especially handsome heart and pasted it on a piece of paper. In the center of the heart, she glued a cotton ball, one that was very white and very soft, and she knew instantly who this card would be for. Cornelia Augusta had 8 hearts left. On the largest one, she drew circles and then very carefully cut them out. The other hearts were so small, she arranged all of them on one piece of paper. Around the hearts, she painted patterns of many colors. Then she folded her design in half. There was no doubt in her mind who would receive these. Cornelia Augusta put a stamp on each of her valentines and mailed them. It never rained hearts again. Look, the dog got the heart necklace. Not where Cornelia Augusta lived anyway. That's why she cut the holes in that heart, because it looks like what? Cheese for the mouse. So this was like a collar for the dog and cheese for the mouse. But it didn't matter. She made this one look just like the turtle. Because the next year, look, this heart looks like the tail on the bunny. And the next, and all the years after that, Cornelia Augusta found other ways to make valentines. What's on her tree? They're leaves that are shaped like hearts. That was The Day It Rained Hearts by Felicia Bond. Friends, thank you for joining me at my work table. Now remember, all activities we do at the work table need to be completed with teacher or caregiver support. Let's see what we have coming up next in our alphabet notebook. Okay, the last time we completed the letter J, so today we are going to be completing the letter K. So let's find our letter K. There's our J, the jellyfish. And today's craft is the letter K, kite. So on this page we will be creating our letter craft to make it look like this one. And on this page we can color in the picture and practice tracing our uppercase K's and our lowercase K's. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to put together the letter craft. Here we go. Look at this, we've got our little girl here who's flying her kite. The letter K for kite. Okay, so that's it for the alphabet notebook for today. And let's see our 2 activities we have. So here is our first activity. It is called J or K sort. And you may have little toys that you can sort that start with the letter J and the letter K. I have my letter sounds tub printables. So my first picture is a key. So I need to say, is it a J word or a K word? Well, let's say the word again. Key, key. Does that start with J or K? That's right, K. How about jet? Jet. Is that J or K? J. How about king? King. That's a K word. What about kite? Kite. That is a K word. What about jam or jelly? Jam. Jelly. That is a J word. And what about jacket? That is a J word. There we go. So that's what you'll do for this activity. You're just going to sort your objects into either J or K. And then our next activity, here, let me slide this off so it's not distracting. Our next activity is called Heart to Heart. And it says that the flamingos are having conversations with each other, and each one's looking for a flamingo who shares the same favorite number. So if they like the same favorite number, you're going to color in the happy face. If they don't, if they're talking about two different numbers, then you color in the disappointed face. So you look at this flamingo. This flamingo is talking about how many hearts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that the same as this number? No, that's a 3. So would we color in the happy face or the disappointed face? We'd color in the disappointed face. And then you would count the hearts here. How many hearts is this flamingo talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the same as this number? It is. So we would color in the happy face on this one. And then you go through each of the flamingo conversations. And here we're counting tally marks instead of hearts. Okay, so those are the 2 activities for today. I hope you enjoy completing these.
Friends, it's Play-Doh time. Today we are going to make a leaf for our 4-leaf clover using green Play-Doh. We did it! We made a leaf. What shape is it? That's right, a heart. Well done.
Great job today, kids! Now remember, when you go back and do your activities, make them unique and special to you. We'd love to see them. Write to us sometime. From all of us here at Home CEO Academy, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and we will see you again next time. Goodbye!
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.